Hey guys, my name is Dean. Welcome to ManFlow Yoga. You are about to watch a full-length workout from my online members area here free on YouTube, so you can check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. I encourage you to check out some of the links in the description if you want to learn more about ManFlow Yoga, or if you want to get started with a free beginners program. I have a 7-day intro, which is free, no credit card required, and it's an awesome way to get started in just about 15 minutes per day. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. We put out tons of workouts and content every week, and I hope you enjoy this workout. Be sure to like it. Hey guys, what's up? It's Dean. Welcome to ManFlow Yoga. This is going to be a quick routine that I recommend for the morning and for helping with digestion. So yoga is actually really good for digestion because it helps to stimulate your core, to stimulate your pelvic floor muscles, and get the muscles around your internal organs moving. And that's just going to help everything kind of be more regular. So this exact routine is what I did when I was traveling recently. So I was very active in the day. I was doing a lot of walking, but I was kind of stiff because I wasn't doing my yoga, and I was also eating unfamiliar foods. So my digestion was just not as good as it usually is. So this is pretty much exactly what I did. We're going to get started on the ground. You need no equipment for this. All right, so go ahead and lay down onto your back. First thing we're going to do is bring your knees over your hips. Actually, bring your knees toward your shoulders. Keep your lower back flat on the ground, so don't let your butt come off the ground. Keep it flat there. And then grab the tops of your knees, pull them out and up, and we're just going to kind of move from side to side here with your hips, doing very little twist, working on kind of building some awareness in your pelvic floor and your core area. So your pelvic floor, those are the muscles around your pubic bone. Those are the muscles around right around below your waist, at the very base of your torso. So that's what we're starting to work on. All right, and then from here I want you to push your hands into your thighs, stimulate those muscles a little bit more. Push your thighs back into your hands, and also make sure that you're pulling your shoulder blades toward one another and down, so you're not creating any unnecessary stress in your shoulders. So this is going to activate your transverse abdominals. That's the deep layer of abdominal muscle below your rectus abdominis. Go ahead and push for another 10 seconds. And then relax. Bring your arms out to the sides. From here we're going to go to recline twist, back and forth. So inhaling your legs toward the right. Exhaling, squeezing your core, bringing it back to the middle. And then inhaling to the left. And then exhaling, squeezing your core, bringing it back to the middle. And we're just going to do a few of these, and you can take this at your own pace. And it can be intense if you want. It can be relaxed, but our goal is to work on, again, kind of stimulating those muscles in your core, right around your digestive organs. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Try to keep those shoulders down. This is going to help your lower back at the same time. So if you're kind of stiff in your lower back, this is a really nice exercise. If you've seen any of my workouts before, you've probably done this, so you probably know about all of the benefits. Again, try to prevent the shoulders from coming off the ground. If they do come off the ground, don't worry about it. It's not a huge deal. Just make sure you're using your core to bring it back to the middle and not pressing down into your arm. We're going to one more to each side. And then over to the left to finish off. All right. And then release your feet. Plant your feet down. Pull your shoulders forward using your heels. Press down through your feet. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your hamstrings and lift your hips off the ground. Keep your head relaxed on the ground. Pretend like you're holding a block between your thighs. So you're going to squeeze your thighs toward one another. Really tighten your glutes here. So we're focused on squeezing your butt. You're squeezing your hamstrings.
You're pushing down through your toes, at the same time also pushing down through your heels and kind of pulling your upper body toward your hips, or pulling your upper body toward your knees or your feet. And that's going to help you get maximum engagement in your glutes. Your abs are tight at this time as well. There shouldn't be any pain in your lower back. You really do want a straight line here from your knees to your shoulders. So it's not about using your back here to get your back up as high as possible. It's about getting the right engagement through your hips. Come up a little bit higher. We're going to do 10 more seconds here. Again, really work on squeezing your butt muscles. Keeping your abs tight at the same time. 3, 2, 1, and then release down. From here, reverse crunches. So you can do one leg at a time if you want. So maybe bringing your right leg in, bringing the left leg out, and then switching sides. One leg out, about 6 inches off the ground. The other knee squeezing in tight toward the shoulder. Exhaling to pull in, and inhaling to switch. So this is another really good one for digestion. And then you can keep that up if that difficulty is appropriate for you. But if you want to kind of turn it up a notch, then we're going to do both legs at once. So knees squeeze in toward the shoulders. Exhale to bring your legs out. Inhale, pull it in. Exhale, legs straight out. And do about 3 more of these. So this is really turning on your core, really forcing your abs to engage. Really useful for taking stress out of your back. If you do have pain in your lower back while doing this, bring your legs a little higher. Bring it in, knees to shoulders, and then a little break. Just kind of roll from side to side, just like we started at the beginning. Try to keep your lower back flat on the ground. All right, and then from here I want you to roll up into a seated position and moving into a boat pose. So if you want, you can plant your feet, grab your knees, work on lifting your chest upright. Think of squeezing your knees up or lifting with your hip flexors, so using the fronts of your thighs and your core to stay upright. And then picking your chest up and kind of aiming your sternum, your breastplate up at the ceiling. And this is level 1, using your hands on top of your knees like this. Make sure that your knees, your ankles and your hips are all level with one another. Knees aren't splayed out. Feet are planted flat. And then if you want this a little more difficult, try to keep the weight in your hips and your core. Slowly lift one leg off the ground, lift the other. And then just about 20 seconds here, just a really nice intense pose to kind of stimulate all of the muscles in your core. This is really good for core strength, but also really good for your pelvic floor and digestion. Side note, it's also very good for blood flow in your reproductive organs. Lift your thighs, 10 more seconds. Puff out your chest without arching your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then sit up all the way. From here into a seated twist, bring your right leg straight out. Think of lifting your right leg off the ground, but don't actually do it. Just keep that thigh and the hip really engaged. Sit up tall, cross your left leg over your right leg, hug your right thigh in toward your chest, and look over toward the left. As you inhale, get taller. And again, you want to focus on engaging your hips here. So kind of lifting your right thigh off the ground, at the same time being very rooted through your hips. So kind of pushing down and then lifting at the same time, which sounds incredibly contradictory, but you want to make sure that, again, the hips are really engaged here. And then if this feels fine, you can bring your right elbow across your left knee, and then even maybe lifting your left hand toward off the ground and bringing it toward the right lower back, and then sitting upright as much as you can without using that hand. It's fine if you plant the hand to stay upright here, but if you want that extra challenge, and then just 10 seconds, really intense like this. One more breath. And then release. Switch sides, left leg comes out. Cross your right leg over. Again, sit up as tall as you can, pushing down through your hips, sitting slightly forward on your sit bones, or what's called your ischiotuberosity, short for IT, if you're wondering what your IT band is named for. And then you want to push down through your hips again, sit up as tall as you can, plant the right foot, squeeze your right leg in toward your chest, and then kind of look over toward the left. Again, hips and core stay really active, just like you would for that boat pose or a staff pose. And that's going to help you kind of build strength in this position, but again, also stimulating the muscles and the blood flow around the organs. As you inhale, getting taller. As you exhale, twist. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper here, left elbow can come outside the right knee. Maybe the right hand goes toward the back, kind of behind where you're sitting. And if you want even more intensity, bringing that right hand to the left lower back, using your core strength all the way here. As you inhale, get taller, sit up as much as you can. As you exhale, twist deeper. Last 10 seconds. And then back to the middle. All right, nicely done. From here, we're going to move up into a standing position and into a warrior one. So the hips were pretty tight. We're going to do some kind of countering what we just did. Right leg forward, left leg back. Make sure you point it out 45 degrees. Feet are spread out about 6 inches. Squeeze your legs toward one another. So we're going to work on engaging your inner thighs here, pushing down through your right foot, pressing down through the outer edge of the left foot and the heel, and bringing your arms up. And it's very normal in this position to get gassy, so to speak. So if you do have some flatulence right now, totally normal, and hopefully that's just going to help everything move along. Again, squeeze your legs toward one another, focusing on opening up those hips, but also engaging your pelvic floor area. And take about 3 more breaths here. Really driving down through the heels to engage your glutes and your pelvic floor. Playing with whatever arm variation you feel like doing. All right, and then step up and switch sides. So left leg forward, right leg back. Again, point that out 45 degrees. Push into the outer edge of your back foot. Press down through the heel. Squeeze the legs toward one another. Again, focusing on engaging your pelvic floor, building strength through your inner thighs, getting your core active. Arms can come up. And again, doing whatever arm variation you'd like to do here. So if you want to bend your arms into goalpost arms, that's going to help with engaging your upper back a little bit more. Or even bringing your hands interlaced behind the neck or your head will add a little bit more opening through your chest. Totally up to you what variation you want to take with your arms. But continue to squeeze your legs toward one another. And again, continue to drive down through the front heel, pressing into the outer edge of the back foot, trying to develop that pelvic floor awareness. 1 more breath. All right, and then stand back up. From here, take it into a wide-legged forward fold. And I'm actually going to have you, at first, bend your knees. Make sure your feet are level, turn slightly in. Bend your knees, kind of treat this like a very wide-legged, very strange squat. You're going to bend your knees and kind of sink into one side, sink into the other side. Work on opening up your groin here. Staying upright through your chest, so not folding down. And then maybe bringing your hands to the ground and starting to straighten your legs until you feel that stretch to the backs of the thighs, pulling your chest forward. And again, if you do feel some release through gas format, that's fine. So if you're farting, that's fine. It's normal. It's good. Helps with digestion. That's what we're doing right now. And also a nice morning routine, if you want to think of it like that. So just kind of playing around with bending and straightening your legs, moving your knees from side to side, just opening through your groin, but also through the backs of your thighs, keeping your abs active all the while. All right, and then go ahead and stand back up. Bring your feet toward one another into a squat width distance, so about maybe a little bit between hip and shoulder width distant. You can turn your toes slightly out, whatever's comfortable for you, and move into a deep squat. So sit down into a deep squat with strength. So I don't want you to just sit down into a squat and hang out and not engage anything. So I want you to be able to, at any point in your squat, you should be able to stand up without leaning forward. So if you get down into your squat and you're here like this and you're leaning forward, and in order for you to stand up, you have to position yourself and then push up, you're going too deep. So I want you to sit into the squat in a way that you have strength, that you're able to stand right back up. We're going to focus on engaging your pelvic floor muscles here, your glutes, your core, pulling your belly button up and in toward your lower back, keeping your back as flat as possible. Squeezing your butt, driving your knees out, and taking a couple more breaths here. If you're less mobile, maybe this is going to look something like this, right? Maybe you're not as high, and that's totally fine. Last breath. And then stand up all the way. Nice. All right, from here we're going to take it down to the ground. And onto your back, pulling your knees in toward your chest, just like we started. Kind of rolling from side to side, or kind of moving from side to side here. And then go ahead and take it into Happy Baby. If you'd like, it's an option. If you want to just stay here with your knees and your hands are as they are, that's fine. But you want to take an extra step here, a little bit of stretching for your inner thighs. Grab the outsides of your feet, drive your knees out. Try to keep your lower back flat on the ground. If you can't quite do that, it might be easier to grab onto kind of your ankles. That's fine. Again, our goal here is stretching through the inner thighs and your groin. So as long as you're feeling that, we're good here. But grabbing onto the outsides of your feet allows you to kind of push your hands into your feet and pull your feet down with your hands. So that kind of contradicting forces help to, with a little bit more active mobility, a little more active engagement. Last couple of breaths in Happy Baby. All right, and then go ahead and release. All right, final stretch. Take it into a reclined twist. Bring your legs over toward the right. Bring your right hand on top of your left knee. Pull your ribs down tight. Press the back of your left shoulder into the ground. And breathe in and out of the nose. You're welcome to close your eyes at this point. If it's still morning and you're not quite all the way woken up, I just find that when I'm doing this in the morning, I do like to close my eyes. I like to relax a little bit at the end of it. One more breath here. All right, and then back to the middle. And switching sides to the left. Left hand, right knee. Squeeze your right shoulder to the ground. Pull the ribs down. Breathe in and out of your nose. Again, you want to try to keep your core active in this twist. That's going to help get a better release for your back, better stretch for your spine, and the whole internal organ thing, is going to be stimulated much more if you're tightening your abs and actually using those muscles. Last breath. All right, and then back to the middle. And that's it. So feel free to take any other stretches. If you feel like we missed something or you want to do a little bit more, your body's warm, core is warm, hips are warm, feel free to do some other stuff. Otherwise, that should be enough to get you going on your day, to help with digestion if that was something that you needed. Even if you didn't think it was something you needed, hopefully now your digestive system is a little bit better off than it was before. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Guys, if you're in the members area watching this, please leave a comment. Let people know what you thought. Let me know what you thought of the workout. And don't forget to do your workouts on a regular basis. 3 times per week is what I typically recommend, especially if you're not doing any other workout programs. So keep me updated on your progress. Let me know what programs or workouts you're doing. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. I look forward to your results. Thanks again for being part of this awesome community. And I'll see you on the next video. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that workout. Hope you learned something new. Try to make these workouts very helpful in terms of technique, in terms of learning how to properly engage muscles and build strength with yoga. If you're looking for more workouts, I encourage you to check out the rest of the videos on this YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure I have over 1,000. And if you want more, if you're looking for an organized program to get started, I highly recommend checking out the Manflow Yoga members area. It's just $1 to get started with a 7-day trial. So thanks for watching. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to like this video if you liked any of it. It's really helpful, and I hope to see you on future videos.